All right. We are live. What's up? Welcome, everybody. This is your man, the Seattle Black Veteran. I hope this message finds you and your loved ones doing wonderful. Hey, okay, so look at here. We came here, we're going to talk about what the Hud Vash. Um, I did a recording of this back in maybe about 2 years ago. We talked about Hud Vash. Now, um, we're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. The thing is, I want you to understand, we're going to talk also about how the administration is coming in hacking up a lot of VA stuff. So, okay, so Hud Vash, this is the thing with Hud Vash. Hud Vash is, let me pop this up on the screen to you so we get right into this here. Let's get you into here. Okay, what is Hud Vash? So the Hud Vash program, as is housing urban development for veterans. Okay, so you see that the VAT stands for Veterans Affairs Supporting Housing Program. This is in collaboration with um, the federal government, well, the VA and the federal government. And this is actually what it is actually to bring it to you in a nutshell. Let me read all this to you. Is a partnership between the U.S. Development of Housing and Urban Development and the Department of Veterans Affairs. The program is aimed to help homeless veterans secure safe and affordable housing. HUD VAS provides housing assistance through housing choice vouchers. Okay, so what it is actually, and this is what it is. So HUD VAS is actually a VA Section 8 for veterans. I mean, it's cool. Look, been there, done there. I'm gonna give you some really up to date and prime things that you should know about the HUD VAS program. Okay. Okay. So automatically, I'm gonna tell you this. Um, where you live can be differently processed. I'm going to give you some basic laws of what HUD VAS, how they operate. Now, for um, a claimer, I am not working for any organization. I am not a scholar of the HUD VAS situation. I have been through the HUD VAS situation. I know people who are going through it at this particular time now. So I'm only giving you what I have experienced and what I have known, what's going on now. And I'm giving you that from a Washington State perspective. And that's King County, Washington State, because there are some other things going on that are eastern or towards the eastern part of Washington State where veterans are getting cut out of their funds. We'll talk about that at a later point in time. Okay, so HUD VAS is a thing where you can help work if I'm gonna play this video for you, and it's not to really curve anybody or dog anybody because I'm telling you from my perspective. I have not met anybody who went through this particular thing. Let me ask you, if you cannot hear this video, let me know, please. Let me play this for you.
How long does it take to get a HUD Vash voucher?
Can you hear
So
this?
you're wondering how long it takes to get a HUD Vash voucher. This program is designed to help homeless veterans find stable housing, but the process can be a bit complex and time-consuming. First, let's talk about eligibility. To qualify for a HUD Vash voucher, you need to be a VA healthcare eligible veteran, meet the definition of homelessness, and require ongoing case management services.
All right, now I gotta chime in at this. If you can't hear this video, please let me know. Just hit me up in the chat. I'm sorry because the last time I was, came back struggle screen one, but I'm paying attention to the chat now. Okay, so I'm getting the email. Somebody tell me I can hear you very well. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Zuki. Appreciate that. Okay, can you hear the video? Okay, okay. So this is my issue with this. Let me back up a little bit. I want you to hear this. They say it, you know,
A bit complex and time-consuming. First, let's talk about eligibility.
hmm
To qualify for a HUD Vash voucher, you need to be a VA healthcare eligible veteran.
okay. So what that means, pretty much, you have a primary care doctor at the VA hospital that you're working with. Thank you, Susie. Appreciate you. So you have a primary care doctor that you're working with at the VA hospital. This helps because, like we said, when you go into you have mental PTSD or anything like that. Okay, so now listen to this.
Meet the definition of homelessness and require ongoing case management
Meet the definition of homelessness. We're going to talk about this in a second. I want you to hear this.
services. This could be due to serious mental illness, substance use disorder, or physical disability.
This is one of the things where you can really get a primary care doctor at the VA. These are one of the things that they're requiring you for you to have is a care of a primary doctor, because what that says is that you're seeking help to get past being homeless, whether it's mental, physical disabilities. So this is what they're trying to aim at: is are you really pursuing to get these things conquered? We offer you the programs, but this is what you're going to have to go through. I'm gonna wind this back for you, and I'm going to tell you in a nutshell how this stuff sounds pretty fucking outrageous. But anyway, here we go.
Once you're deemed eligible, the actual process of getting a voucher can take several months. In the past, it used to take around 2 to 3 weeks to complete the eligibility process and receive a voucher, but now it's much longer.
Now, this much longer depends on where you are. This here is actually in Los Angeles. And if you look at that down, it says where it sits 4 to 6 months. Okay. Now, if you we're supposed to be trained to think proactive, not reactive. And what I mean by that is, if I know some stuff is going to go south, I got to think of how I'm going to make it not go south as hard as it can go, or how I can reverse it. I'm not going to wait for it to go all the way south. Meaning, I'm not going to wait till I go and fall, get homeless and on the streets before I can get help. I'm trying to get help before then. And this is what's interesting, because with this particular statement, and I'm not curving the people who did this. I mean, hey, they're giving you some probably some
Who is
very
eligible for
routes.
HUD?
Stop that. They're giving you some available routes, saying depends on what state that you live in. Up here in Washington, it take you maybe 2 or 3 weeks. But the thing is, you don't have to be in a shelter. There's other like places that you can be in, especially now. I got to tell you this. This is very important, especially if you are a veteran or a parent with children. You are the exception that will get you push more to the front of the line to get help or assistance, to get you and your children off the streets. Okay, need to let you know that that is very important. So, how do you go about? They talk about eligibility. Let me see if we're gonna get back into this eligibility one here. I'm gonna hit you with some more stuff on this eligibility.
Are you wondering who qualifies for the HUD Veterans Affairs Supportive Housing Program? This program is a collaboration between the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development and the Department of Veterans Affairs. Its primary aim is to assist homeless veterans in finding and maintaining safe and affordable housing. It combines rental assistance with case management and supportive services from the VA. To be eligible for HUD Vash, veterans must meet a few important criteria. First, they need to be eligible for VA health care. This means they must have served in the military and meet the VA's health care eligibility requirements. This is crucial for veterans with PTSD because access to VA health care allows them to receive essential mental health services.
Okay, let me okay. So this is basically what it is saying in a nutshell. It says you're going to have to be working with the VA primary care doctor. If you don't have your own doctor, you're going to have to be working at. But if you have your own doctor, you don't need to go into Hud Vash. You're getting paid. Go into Hud Vash. And what are some of the requirements that I kind of find ridiculous? And it may be just me, but put me on point with this. You have to be homeless in order to receive any care. Now, check this out. You can't be couch surfing. You have to be living in a shelter. You have to either lost your home, lived in a shelter for 4 times for a year. This is what some of the places have said. My thing is, are you effing kidding me? Live homeless? I have to live homeless in order to get help? Aren't we supposed to be productive instead of reacting? We're supposed to be like, okay. And okay, so now this is what's going to happen. Let me see. I think I had a document I wanted to show you guys here with this. This is how it's rolled out. You see the number at the bottom of my screen, that 877 number? All right. Check it out. Call that number. I called that number 2 years ago. I probably need to call them now. I think I'll do it again. I just got to make sure they're cool with it. I called them and I asked the lady who answered the phone. It's very nice. I said, I have a friend who's about to be homeless. She goes, well, how much? It's going to say probably in the next 2 weeks. Well, he or she needs to contact them right away now. All right. Now, with the administration that's currently in the White House, they're making a lot of cuts. I'm telling you. And they're coming at the VA with this too. Now, the video I just showed you, this was maybe 6 to 10 months ago. This is what's happening in Los Angeles. You're talking about, let me roll this back for you again, talking about 4 to 6 months, I think it was 6 months.
Veterans must be homeless or at risk of becoming homeless.
See, homeless are at risk of becoming homeless. Now, the at risk of becoming homeless means, are you going to be within 2 weeks, which I think that's bull. So if you're looking at it, you're going to have to calculate yourself. This is what I'm saying. Everybody's case is different. Everybody's situation is different. If you know that you're going to be homeless, look at your job. If you got laid off, they're doing this up here with Microsoft, with a lot of the, what do you call office jobs. They're laying off. Microsoft throughout is laying off, 120,000 jobs. But not to say they'll be using this, but what I'm saying is, first of all, if you know that, your finances will not cover you to like 4 months out, you're on, got laid off, you maybe can get some unemployment, and you know how long it's going to last you, but you're going to need help. Okay. First thing is get over being embarrassed about asking for help, because my thing is this, there's nobody in this planet who is not going through some stuff right now. You can ask one of these rap moguls who just got his trial, or he kind of came victorious or whatever. But ask anybody. Everybody goes through issues. So, but anyway, back on the point here. Okay. Living on the street or living in a shelter, temporary as housing. My take on it is this: up here in Washington State, if you know you're going to be homeless within the next 3 months, I would say first thing you need to do is get on and call that number at the screen at the bottom here. Not only that, I would say go to your housing department or through your, we have it up here called the work source. Go to those people and let them know what's going on. The work source, I've always touted these guys because they get props for helping out veterans who really need help. And you can get rent at, I don't know where you are, but up here you can get rent for at least a month. All right. You can get a gas chip to get you gas. You can get some food. They can get you food and hold you off until you get into a situation. But I'm gonna tell you this: a better situation. If you have kids, or you are a veteran who is suffering from mental health, especially, go and get yourself help. Now look here. This is about benefits that you are privy to. These are your benefits. I don't, look. People say, oh, this, that, and this. Hey, look here. The bottom line is this. when you're down in the hole, who is going to be right there with you and help you fight through it? That's why I put my drill sergeant patch up there. I'm going to help you. I'm going to show you, but I cannot make you do anything. It's up to you to do these things, to make these moves. So here it is. Who's eligible? And what you must meet. Let me listen to this one.
This includes those living on the streets, in shelters, or in temporary housing situations. For veterans dealing with PTSD, housing instability can both contribute to and result from their condition. Therefore, this program is particularly relevant for them. Third,
Okay, so that's what she's saying. I'm going to continue. PTSD. We'll talk about that. We talked about it in claims and compensations and pension. What you're getting is a compensation if you're getting disability. You're getting compensation for disability. We'll talk about it. Let's let her finish.
veterans must meet the income requirements set by their local public housing authority. Recently, the income eligibility threshold has been raised to 80% of the area median income. This change makes it easier for more veterans to qualify. Additionally, certain VA benefits, like service-connected disability payments, are now excluded when calculating income for HUD Vash eligibility.
Okay, I want you to understand this. There's a question that I got asked, and I've seen other YouTubers get asked. And shouts out to all the veterans out there giving that information and supplying these veterans with what they need to know in order to get their benefits or compensations for the benefits that they disabilities. Okay, so it does not matter if you're getting 10% all the way to 100%, that will not affect your benefits for the VASH HUD program. I know people are concerned about that. I understand that. Pardon me. I'm making this money, but I get kicked off the program. No. I forget what year this came out. You can look it up. But you will not. If you're on there getting help from the HUD Vash program and you're getting only 60%, you're out there busting your behind, and all of a sudden you turn around and you get 100%. No. If you're working a job still and getting some good money and you get 100%, that might affect it. But that's the thing you have to look at when you are talking with your counselor. Okay, so now another thing, okay, let me take you from beginning to long term on this. Let me see if I'm gonna click over to another thing here. How long does it take to get a HUD Vash? It depends on where you live. It depends on where you live, how long it would take. Also, the thing is, the administration is making some vast cuts in the VA. It could probably make your wait a little longer in order to get your approval just to even be considered for HUD Vash or for an appointment to be considered with HUD Vash. Okay, so this is what I have a big riff about, and I want my fellow brothers and sisters to understand this. My big riff is this. I can lose my house or lose my way of living in 14 days, and you're telling me it's going to take me what, 3 to 4 months to get help? Are you kidding me? You feel what I'm saying? This is, look, stop the clowning. So I'm supposed to actually be in a hole, living in a ditch with me and my kids and my wife before I can get. You're right. Don't get me started with this. I mean, because I'm trying. Look, the political lane has jumped into everything right now, and who's suffering for it? There are some cats out towards Eastern Washington. Old veterans were getting funds cut. Yeah, okay. Now, these are a bunch of my Caucasian brothers and sisters. and they're getting funds cut. They're throwing out my my trans brothers and sisters. And what do you do with that? When you throw people to the fucking wolves, pardon my vernacular, and what do you want from them? Went and fought for this country, follow orders. I was told when you are a goddamn soldier, you're a freaking soldier, Navy, Marine, 24 freaking hours a day. Air Force, you are at call. When they call you, you show up. And you're going to tell me? Man, get the fuck out of here. Pardon me. I'm sorry. This is just, it's just tiring. It's tiring. How are you? This is bull. Okay. All right. Now, let me take you from beginning, from the front side. This is what's going to happen. All right. Now, these things, the basic of these things are law. Okay. Law is this. In order for you to apply or to be eligible for the Hud Vash program, which is a Section 8, but I'm going to tell you, if you're a veteran or if you're a parent with kids, you could get pushed to the front of the line. All right? Now, if you're really having problems with this, what I want you to do is I want you to send a letter to your freaking state senator and your congressman. All right? Send a letter to them. Email it. Don't call up. Email it because you have a log. All right? And let me continue. Now, if you can get past the point, because I didn't have to go through this when I have to wrestle with this stuff. And I didn't have to put up with 4, 5, 6 months before. No. Because see, the thing is, when you show ambition to where you want to go, people will see that in you, and you gotta keep pushing that ambition. You gotta keep rocking it. You gotta say this is just a temporary setback, and you gotta get on your feet, get off your ass, and get out there and get what you want. Because ain't nothing out here for free. Not a goddamn thing. All right. So now peek it. All right. I'm on my ass. Had to go through the shelter. All right. Went to this place. It was a nice place. Chill out. It was cool. Had my little studio. Went from, I was always living in homes. Never lived in a freaking apartment in my life. But I ain't dogging nobody for that because it's an education. Get your own place. But anyway, if you can afford it, if you can do it. Another place, another time. All right, so look. Okay. When they hooked me up, they said, go find you a place. Now, they will have a tier list, and the tier list will say how much we are willing to help you pay. You can have to pay the rest of it. They will give you it's like a freaking like crime maps. It'll tell you the dark blue or the dark orange, what's good, what's not good, where you can live. My thing is I chose the senior community. Why? Because I didn't have little mother ruggers running up and down the hall, making all kind of noise, all this and that and that and this. I won't say it's the best move, but you find your move. Okay. But I went back and I talked with housing. Housing says, here's an application. I want you to give to your landlord. Your landlord has to fill this out so we know that they are on point with what we're talking about, and they will help do what we need them to do to support you living in that house. Cool. Got that filled out. Once it's filled out, they go ahead and give it back. They'll come over and say, we're going to inspect your apartment to make sure that it meets the criteria of us helping you to live there. All right. So they're going to come. Also, they will say, I made a joke about this earlier to Susie. Shouts out. They will say, we'll help you move into the apartment. Well, you ain't got shit to move into the apartment with what's on your back. But that's cool, though. But it's only going to be into a studio or if it's a bedroom if you have kids. Then they're going to help you get into that place. Okay? Now, again, as we talk, your compensation, what is your disability benefits, will have nothing to do with messing with your housing. Okay? All right, so now you get into the plot, you get into the spot, you're living, you're doing cool. What's going to happen is You're going to have a counselor. They do it up here in Washington, who comes and visits you once a month to make sure that you are doing okay, making sure that you are not having trouble paying your bills. And if you're having trouble paying your bills, they're going to help you how to pay your bills. If you are way over your head, they're going to try to get you in a place that's not way over your head. All right. Oh, now you're rolling. You're chilling. Got your spot. They're seeing you once a month. Now, dig this. After a year, you can move out to any state that you want to move to. All right. Here's the caveat to that. You're going to have to pay for your moving expenses. Truck, movers, packers, whether it's you're getting a U-Haul or whatever, you're going to have to pay for that. On top of that, before you even do any of that, you're going to have to check with your counselor who you are currently working with and ask them or tell them, this is what I would like to do. I would like to move to this different location. They're going to have to check out the location because they want you within an hour's distance from any VA hospital in case you need VA help. So think about that. An hour away, let's check and see what is required in your particular state or county, okay? So now, you're going to have to check with them because if you arbitrarily just jump up and just move to wherever and think you're going to get help, you're going to be on your own because they will not help you because you did not inform them of where you want to go. Because look, if you're living up in Seattle, Northern Washington, or Northern California, New York, you can find some place cheaper if you move down south. I can't roll because I don't like all the bugs, bless you guys down south. I love you. You guys got some mean ass food, but you're going to have to, pay for the move. And you're going to have to make sure before you even get there that you have a counselor that's going to work with you. Because if you just move down there arbitrarily without a counselor that's going to work with you, you'll be on the hook for the move. On top of the down payment that you're going to have to pay to move you going into an apartment. So the move, down payment, and then the full versus the rent on top of utilities. So you can know how that can affect you. Okay. So pay attention to that. Okay. So this is one of the things. So after a year of getting a month-to-month visit through from a counselor, how they do it up here, see how they do it down there because they have to check on you to make sure that they are helping you with every means that they can for you to be successful. All right. So after a year, then you will get visit maybe once a year. Now, again, remember what I said. Your compensation benefits for your disabilities have no effect on whether you're seeing the Hud Vash. The Hud Vash problem I have with it is they want you to be homeless and on the streets. I can kind of understand it to a little bit because there's a lot of people who sit there want to play just so they can get an extra money. I've seen them. I watched how they go down. It's for me. I can't roll with it. I got too much other stuff to do. But I'm trying to inform you of what the process is. Now, understand this as well. If you're dealing with the Hud Vash counselors, they do have access to your medical records. This is also supposed to be to help you get into a better stratosphere or whatever you're doing with. This is what it's supposed to be about. So when you roll in with the HUD program, the HUD program is a Section 8 program. I want everybody to know this as well. And if they're pulling back and making it longer to process for veterans to do what they're doing, watch what happens when the big, beautiful bill passes. What's going to happen to a lot of seniors, a lot of people. We'll see. There's always some people fudging off of the system. I don't care what it is. But there's a lot of people who really need these assistance. So Social Security, we're gonna get hit on that. My ZX GX, ladies and gentlemen, get your money, stack your money. I always say this: land depends on where you get it. Location. But okay, so I wanted to give you a 411 with this. If there's any questions on what I am giving you here, please hit me up. Let me see. I got my email in here somewhere. I don't play. I'm always struggle string. I got my email in there somewhere. It's the Seattle Black Vet. You see me right here. Don't put veteran, but put vet.com at Gmail. Pardon me, at Gmail, and I'll get back with you because those questions I've had asked to me was if I make more money on my compensation. Now I want you to understand this. There's compensation and pension. Every time you go for a compensation C&P exam, compensation and pension. So the compensation is to give you the compensation because you were uh, injured. Understand this. When you went into the military, you went to the MEP station. The MEP station took eyes, ears, they took mental, they looked at your body and everything. They accepted you because you completed their exam. Now, when you left out of there, you were not the same person because of certain injuries. So, if you're not the same person because of injuries, these are compensations for your benefits that you have earned because you did not come in there damaged. You left out with a little things damaged. And we can work with that. We all can work with, our little things damaged because I always believe this. You're put here on this earth to do something spectacularly good. Good. Whether that's your immediate relationship, kids, your specialty of what you do, you're always here for something good. I always believe that. You'll find it out, and as long as you keep looking. So if you got injured, you need to be compensated for that so you can be put back in your zone to get where you actually what you're calling this here for, and that's something good, right? I believe that. So always take care of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually. All right. Take time out of your day to just sit and meditate. But what I give you now, if you have questions on the Hud Vash, look in your particular community. I would say this. If you look in your particular community, call, you can get a hold of, now I'm trying to figure if I was down up here in Seattle, King County, there's a lot of numbers you can call, get a hold of a lot of people, and you can talk to a lot of people. And probably won't give you the right answers, but will kind of lead you into the place. So I would say this. If you have an unemployment office, you should have a veterans person there. If you don't, please let me know where you live and where if there's not this kind of a hookup that you can get to get you to a better audience to help you resolve your issues. But all else fail. I say this, and I say this sincerely. I haven't did it yet, but I am going to do this. I'm going to write a letter to my Congress person in my district, and I'm going to write a letter to my senator. And I am going to email it to them and inquire what kind of cuts are coming to the VA. What kind of cuts do we? Because it takes long. I have a number. Next time I'm on here, I'm sorry because I don't come on here because I got so much going on, but I need to make sure you guys are taken care of. And that is, look, we're gonna call some numbers and we're gonna get some. I'm gonna read you to what I get back. I'm gonna send some emails out, and we're gonna see. But I want you to do the same, especially if you're in the Midwest, especially down south. Let me know how the VA is helping you out. Especially if you're seeking, you don't have to be fully disclosed about your information, but if you're seeking help mentally, I'm gonna come on here. This number. I dialed this number for 3 months. They'd get no love, no love, no love, no love, no help. Finally, I got some help because I took it to another level. I don't recommend that you take it to the level that I took it, but I mean, it wasn't dangerous or nothing like that, hurting nobody. But sometimes I know some buttons to push, and sometimes those buttons shouldn't be pushed, but this is what happens sometimes. Okay. So let me tell you this. Anything, if you're trying to do pension, Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, any of those things, Vash, I would say start looking if you, especially Social Security, if you're in your 60s, 50s, 40s, look at where you are and look how important this money means to you and how quick. Look, 60, 70 years old, people are like, well, I got to get my Social Security, because maybe I got 30 more years to live, 70, 80, 90. But I'm not saying, to count yourself out. I'm saying look at things realistically and enjoy life while you have it. If you're able to like I said, get some property right now, depends on where you're going, location. But I'm gonna let you guys know a secret later on. Some places why do you want to think about putting your money in? And look, there's a lot of cats out here. If you plan to visit downtown or Seattle, they're spiffing it up. They're cleaning it up because they have a lot of events that's coming here. World Soccer, the Mariners are doing their thing here. But if you want to come to Seattle, be prepared to spend some coin, baby. Because up here, these guys' minimum wage is like $21, $22 an hour. Yeah, so you're gonna get off some coin for 2 people to eat. You might get off $100 easily. So just be careful out there. Okay, so I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna give a shout out to Suzy Q, Patty J, all my other people who have actually gave me a moment of your time. I appreciate it. But if you have questions one more time, let me tell you, it doesn't matter if you got 100%. If you're living on the streets or if you're in a shelter, I would say this. If it was me, this is my bottom line. If it was me, and I seen this all over again from the get-go, I would have been calling these cats 3 months out. A lot of people from Microsoft are going to get laid off soon. Up here in Washington, a lot of them are going to get laid off. And most of those cats, I am believing, are going to come from the office sector because AI is ravagely whooping through a lot of people's jobs. I ordered a pizza from Domino's, and the AI kicked it. And I was like, this guy's corny. But, man, pizza came out right, no problems, anything. That's like, wow. That really was amazing. But I'll never order it to deliver again. That freaking piece of pie cost me almost $50. We could have got a pie cheaper, but I wouldn't have picked it up. Okay, but a lot of people are going to feel this. A lot of things that's coming on down the pike here, and I want everybody, please, like and subscribe. Hit me up. Also, please, just let me know. What are you thinking about the future outcome of what's going to happen down the road here? I think it's going to be a lot of things that's going to be addressed in a negative way, but here we go. Okay, but anyway, hey, much love of each and every one of you. You guys have been absolutely wonderful. I appreciate everybody who's been hanging with me. I love you very much. And always remember, shout out to Drew Carey off of The Price is Right. He always says, take care of your mental health. And I always believe that. Take care of your mental health. That's number one. All right. Love you very much. I am the Seattle Black Veteran, your man, and I'm out. Take great care.